I'm back, finished with the Zinch Sorcerer, and like I said yesterday, I wanted to go ahead and start building some other stuff. I want to work on a Blood Bowl team. So what I'm going to start is unboxing, opening up. I got the regular ones open and built, but I have not opened any of the Forgeworld stuff. So I want to go ahead and do some of that. And I think I might just do one. We'll see how it looks once we open them up. Let me pull this up and mute. And I just want to see how it goes. I have not opened up one of these Blood Bowl Forgeworld. I have all the Forgeworld ones for the other teams as well. Most of them, I think, that have come out to this point. And I just want to go through what I got. Let's see what's the easiest way to show these. This is the booster pack. So it has 2 gutter runners, a blitzer, and a thrower. This is Glart Smash Rip, big fat Skaven. This would be the Rat Ogre that Forge will put out now. I'm hoping it looks better in person inside here than it does on there, because it doesn't feel Rat Ogre-y to me, but we'll see once it's built. I want to see. I've not seen one built in person, so we'll see what that is. And then finally, I have Hackflem Scuttle Spike, which is the 2-headed Skaven. So I think what I'm going to do is the Rat Ogre, just because I want to see what it looks like. And then let's just get some Blood Bowl stuff up there. So here we go. Resin figures. Something I'm used to. I'm just going to slice this along the side here. Instead of worry about cutting things. And hopefully I don't cut myself on camera. And it's not going to be a long video today. I think I'm just going to do the building part and then do some of the sanding and stuff later and let the glue dry for a bit. I may have to do a lot of that. Well, it depends. I might have to do a lot of that before I build it. So let me just dump these parts out here. And let's see what we got. Did anything break? Nope. So, blister pack. Here's the directions. Rat Ogre assembly instructions. I do not know why it always bounces in and out of focus. All right. So for these, they come on these pour blocks. You got to cut off the pour spouts. I'm just going to clip them off like you would do with sprues. There are... let's look at the mold lines. Actually, it's pretty good for this piece. Now, I am that idiot that bought the Citadel spruce snippers just because they look cool, but I don't like how not grippy they are. So I'm going to go back to my other ones eventually. But so I'm going to be careful and just snip these off. There. And I'm going to snip this off there so it's easier to see. Snip. Snip. Now I don't, let's see. All right, that part was worrying me because there's this little bike, there's a little spike on his back. I'll just go and carve some of that off. But yeah, for the most part, I don't see much that has to be sanded, which is good. Can't believe it. In there's a little bit. I'm just going to grind that out with the blade. And kind of work on this. All right. So you'll notice, see this, that needs to go, that little piece. Just gonna one side, one side. Now, let's see if there's any more of those. So I did see one here. That's between that back spike and the armor. Comes off easy enough. This is simple so far. And yeah, that's looking pretty good actually. Maybe later on some sanding, but for the most part, it's okay. Clean that out a bit. Now I don't, normally if I was building a pretty super expensive model, I would pin all this stuff. I don't have it in me right now to pin this, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to see how it goes with glue. Clip, clip. And I don't know if it wants, well, be careful around this toe. Snip that off. I'm not going to take off the whole foot peg thing yet, even though I probably should. If I can carve that out enough, thin it down, I could get it to maybe fit in there to help with standing. So that's probably what I'm going to try and do. Let's look at this one. This one is a little grosser on the inside, but again, not too bad. Just gonna kind of carve off any extra. And I'm surprised there aren't a ton of lines that need to be sanded off. That's a good thing. In between these toes, let me see. Being very careful not to crack a toenail. All right. Now, yeah, there could be some sanding on here. A little bit. But it's pretty good. Okay, so what I was talking about earlier, I'm going to try and get this thin down just by carving at it. I'm sure it'll break off later. It already looks like it's about to break off. I don't know how. Does that fit in there? So I'm trying to get it to fit. In there. It does. Of course, I'll end up gluing it, I think, from the bottom up. This is probably too long. I'm going to pop off some of this. But yeah, these build fairly easy, fairly quickly. So let me just, it's got to be thinner down by his foot. The funny thing is, am I going to need stitches on this? All right, that goes in. Woo! Although it may not be turned the right way. We'll see when it's built. All right. Now, I think today I'll just do all the building. Tomorrow I'll do some puttying. And stick with that. I'm confused. Those are ties, right? Like belt. It's like a belt tie. Let me look at the picture. Can't see it in the picture. Yeah, I think they're okay. So I'm gonna set those to this to the side for a second. Let's do the arms. Just clip it off of here. It'll be easier to get to. The tail. It's like a scorpion tail on a giant rat, which is pretty cool. As far as mold lines, this is pretty good. This little bitty one there. Hopefully there's no air bubbles in this tail. Yeah, that's good. Just gonna scrape down that side, scrape there. That's good to go. All right, the hands. Let me see, there's a, let's try and get this lower. Yeah, there's a bit that has to come off of here. I apologize for how bad my fingers are. All dried out and bleedy. Been doing some framing and cut the knuckle. Don't know how on glass. It's just, these are actually really well casted. Cast. Very minimal. Clean up here. That's nice. So, this is this arm. How's that gonna go in there? There's going to be a tiny gap, it looks like. That's going to need to get filled. Take a little more off of here. And some out of there. That might do it. Get out of there. So this fits pretty nice. Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap glue might take care of it, but I'm gonna have to putty that up. So that's gluable. Tail. Looks like they have this tail is not perfect by any stretch, but it might be good enough. Okay, tail's ready. This is ready. That came off pretty nice. Thought for sure I would have broke at least one piece. And sorry. Get in there. Let's test this arm. Always test fit. Always test fit. That looks okay-ish. It's not great. It's almost like it needs to slide over just a little bit. So let me take off just a little bit of this. Yeah, that helped. Okay, that's ready to go in, but let's check. There's a mold line here, but that kind of goes with the armor. I thought for sure I'd be sanding the heck out of this. This knuckle looks weird. Man, they're pretty loose on some of these sculptures. There's our head. I could sand that and make it super pointy. But I'm just going to take this spout. Get rid of it. That's his tongue sticking out of his mouth. There's a mold line on there that's not working well with his tongue. There, that kind of came off pretty easy. As far as head goes, how's it gonna fit? There's a bit there that needs to come off. Got some sandpaper here. Just gonna round that off. And yeah, there's a gap under there. I'll just fill it. So I'm gonna put that on first, maybe before the arms, and fill that. These armor pieces go this small one goes just on his front, so let me just do that. Okay, just sanded the edge a bit. Now, let me get my glue. I just knocked stuff down. Psst, I'll get it later. So this supposedly just go... What? Oh, it goes on his back. Right there. This is one of those times where you gotta decide, are you gonna leave that off to paint the cloth underneath? Which I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna leave it off. Although, let me think about it. The last two pieces. Sandpaper. Now this just goes on his chest, so that I'm going to leave off as well. For now, I think. Until at least I get the gap filled under his neck. So I'm going to set those two aside, knowing I'm not going to use them yet. I'll probably get a little baggy and save them. This is his foot. I might have taken too much off there. His back foot is just kind of like coming up. He's running. That fits really nice, actually. So, does it need any sanding or anything? No. Okay, I'm going to start with that. So I'm just using some CA glue. I'm going to put a little drop on here. And going to hold it. Boy, isn't this exciting. I probably should have washed everything to get rid of the mold release, but I think we'll be okay. I'll definitely wash it before I paint it. Now I could use some kicker to speed this up, which I think I'm gonna do. Oh, there is a bit of a gap. So for that kind of stuff, where is it? I'll just get a bit of wire, and where's the blister pack? Just gonna put some glue here. Piece of wire. I get a dollop of glue on there. Well, it's a bit much, which is fine right now. I'm gonna get a tiny piece of paper towel, roll it up. Oh, why is he something needs to come off that foot. Why didn't I see that before? Alright, let me hit it with some kicker. If you don't know, zip kicker instantly cures that glue. Just squirt it on and let it cure. Find a piece in there that needs to come out. Now let's see. Seems okay. All right, no one's gonna see that. Okay. Head. Let's put that on. So same thing, I'm gonna put, let's do a test fit again real quick. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Drop a glue. Enough to get it in that hole. And just gonna drop it in there. Hold it. So that glue, when it instant cures like that, it fills up that gap a little bit, but not all the way. Let's do a little comparison. Let's see if it's starting to look better. Yeah, it's still soft in detail. I was hoping for more fur instead of just looking like a naked mole rat or something. It might be okay. Let me hit the hair dryer on this. Dry up that kicker before we go on. All right, lower half. Got a weird twist to his body. Ah, there's a bubble that needs to go. So this is what's making this feel weird. Get rid of some of that. Okay. Yep, that fits better. I'm gonna go ahead and glue those on, that together before putting the arms on. And I'm lining it up to match the skin seam, other than I know there's a gap there, but if I slide it all the way, it's going to be too much to work with later on. A lot of that, it's hidden because of the way he's bent and running. But let's see, where's this piece? This is supposed to go the thick piece up. Let's see if that hides any of it. Nope. So that goes there, but it doesn't hide anything. So you got a lot of putty work to do in here to blend that in. Let's get an arm on. Well, first let me check. Yeah, I'll be able to do the seam without that arm getting in the way. It's a cool little pose. You don't see it. The box cover is like that, but like coming at you, he's like throwing a block on you. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of more putty work than I would have hoped. I'm so used to the plastic models that are just engineered flawlessly. Let's get this one on. Probably has too much, so I'm just going to use this old piece I cut off. Yep, too much. Paper towels, finger, don't care if it gets on me. I want enough in there to where it kind of fills up that gap a bit, but you wouldn't want to be sanding off dry glue. It does look better than the package paint job. Like this warpstone, like this thing here glowing in his skin, just does not look like. I mean, I know what they're trying to do, but on the package it just doesn't work. It almost looks like it's photoshopped on there. I'm not saying that, but it almost looks like that. Let's get his tail on. How long have we been going? Half hour? Yeah, I don't think we'll go through all of these today, but get a little more glue. Tail's a nice touch. This may need to be kicked. Definitely wash all the parts before you paint it. I'm going to be putting like some safety solvent and some other things on here. And I'll wash it afterwards. That's why I haven't done it yet. But yeah, you got to get it washed before you paint it. Just some simple green and you're good to go. I knew this would be the hardest piece. Let me see if we can do it this way. So I got to free up a hand so I can spritz it. Not working. Okay, just gonna. There. Okay, it does create a bit of a weaker bond, but on this stuff, it really doesn't matter. And the gap on there shows pretty heavily. I mean, that's playable right now unpainted, but let's see. No, it came with a regular base and then the Blood Bowl base that has the peg for the ball. So let me just pop this in. Yeah, that works. I mean, that's good enough. It's kind of nice. The pose grew on me quite a bit after building it. Let's see. And I think with a better paint job, not so pink, it'd look a lot scarier. But yeah, that's the Rat Ogre from Forgeworld. Although when you set it down, I don't know if you can, when it's dead flat, can you see that? Like you can't even, he's like looking at the ground, but like looking down at it, you're just seeing his back. Ugh. Oh well. I'm going to do the other big guy and save these other ones for next time. Just because there's a lot of them. There's 4, and then that guy got 2 heads. But now this one, already I can tell the difference in I don't know what to say. Like quality. This one looks like it was done on a 3D in the computer, like in ZBrush or something. The other one looked actually more sculpted. And then the cast on this looks smooth. Like it looks like there's more attention to detail paid here. Yeah, definitely. Yes, this is 100 times better in terms of quality. Come on. Finally. So we have Glart, Smash Rip. And this feels more, instead of like resin, it feels like solid plastic. Maybe it is. I don't. That's really nice. But it's resin. Wow. I don't know if you can tell. If I put these two next to each other, the quality difference is crazy. That is just very rough, almost sketchy. Not sketchy isn't bad, but like a sketchy. This is just gorgeous. I'm going to cut this off the bottom. And cut this. And cut that. Now here's the cool thing. This one came with the peg for the base. He did not. So he just kind of sits on here. That's flipping perfect. That is, and there's no, wait, let me, before I officially say it, there's a little bit in there that could be sanded off, but wow, that's casting. Let's get this piece. I just clip those off. Let's see how it fits in there. That's pretty good. That may even be my fault, that little gap there. That is not a lot to fix at all. No, that's not my fault. Well, maybe. I hope the other ones fit this nice. I doubt it though, because Hackflem looks a lot like the Rat Ogre. I'm not even going to worry about sanding that off the bottom. It's underneath, but I am just going to go straight ahead and glue this in. Put a little glue right away. Yeah, that's pretty close, but I'm still going to spritz a bit of that down in there. Now, if there is a mold line, it's right there. No, I think it's supposed to be like that, because it's not on his leg. The only one I can see is like right in that eye area, but on camera you can't even see it. That's pretty cool. Here's his hand and his tail. Look at that hand. Okay, see that? Resin kit producers. There's a seam on there though, but look at that. Look at that hand detail versus that hand detail. Like there's, get in there. There's like nothing. Oh, come on. This one doesn't even look like a hand. That's nuts. And I think that, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Let's see. Yeah, there's a tiny, tiny line there. I'm just going to scrape it off. I'm not even worried about it. And that's done. And it just fits perfectly in there. I mean, that's crazy good. Wait, one little thing. There is a little bit of a mold in there. That is not gluing. We're gonna just spritz that on there. let it go. Now his tail has 2 parts. So let me get that going. Tail has 2 parts. This is the bigger of the 2 pieces. Now it doesn't need maybe a little in there, but I'm not gonna even worry about it. It goes in just like that, just sits in there, so that's great. Let me put the glue on this. And put it in there. And there's enough leftover kicker on there that it's just gonna go right in there. Now my finger got stuck right there. Did it again. Notice there's a bit of a line in there. I'm gonna sand that out maybe a little. Well, let's see. Hit that with sandpaper later. The other tail piece has this, it has to be carved out of there. Wait, how does it go in? I'm going to leave a little bit of that peg on there. Does that help? No, can't do that. It's fine. And then here, oh, this is a spindly piece. I'm going to just slowly, don't break. He's got a scorpion tail too. Luckily there's enough flexibility in there that it kind of bends instead of breaks. This piece sucks. If I don't break this, it'll be a miracle. I'm just going to run some sandpaper rolled up. There. Not happy with this side of it, but I don't know what else to do. Don't want it to break. So I'm going to put some glue on this. That's how its tail goes, I think. Works for me. Found a piece that needs to come off. Sometimes these things are so well camouflaged. The pore lines. You miss them. I'm going to go ahead and clip him down for a second. Now he comes with a football, so I'm just going to clip that off and save that with the other parts. And put it in my bag of footballs. Oh look, it's got a rat bite taken out of it. This is the other hand. That's kind of on the ground. It should go in no problem. Ooh. Yeah, no problem. Just gonna sand this up, carve it a bit actually. Put that glue kind of fall into there. Wire base is so hard to pick up. Put it there so that that dries the right way. And the last piece, his head. Now, he's got some drool coming out of his mouth. That is such a cool face. And he's got a little tooth there. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, he's got the one big tooth in the front. And just his little teeth on the bottom, which are actually even hard to see. It's got his tongue kind of up and over one of them, so it looks almost like something that needs to come off, but it doesn't. And I'm just gonna drop. It's a heavy, solid, heavy, nice piece. And that goes in there, like perfect. Done. He is a cool, fat Skaven. Look at that. And that's it. I'm going to do the other ones later on. Let this dry. I'll do some putty work on the Rat Ogre next. This one doesn't really even need it, just maybe a little bit. But I don't think it needs it. I really don't. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.